shoot, that's what I forgot. I'm like, why can't I see shit? My glasses. Oh, that's not the glasses I need. Shoot. Yeah, I literally just moved, so I can't find shit in my house.
That's where it is. Okay.
It's been real fun.
I was trying to find a charging cable real quick.
You're good. There we go. Focus on me.
Stay.
Oh, God.
Much better.
Yeah, that was quick. That was fast as hell. That shit must have been like right there.
Right? Much better.
Yeah, that was quick. That was fast as hell. That shit must have been like right there. Oh, did I just switch it? Please, I hope I didn't. Alright, I'm sounding good. Burns, give me a check 1, 2.
Give me a check 1, 2, 1, 2. Studebaker, Studebaker.
I'm sounding good. Burns, give me a check 1, 2.
Give me a check 1, 2, 1, 2. Studebaker, Studebaker.
That's good. Do this. Let me do something real quick. Is it giving me the options? It's not. Cause okay, Arthur, give me a test 1, 2.
1 2 1 2 test test test. A B C D E F G. I don't know what's next.
I'm a big kid now.
I guess I have a kid now, and a second one on the way. I don't know what's next.
I'm a big kid now.
I guess I have a kid now. And a second why is it lagging?
Yeah,
Is it lagging or is it just because it's not playing all the way through in the...
Yeah, I'm like listening. You hear me listening to it?
Well, some
Yeah.
parts we could hear perfectly, and some parts,
I think
so.
it's more so just like the filtering. Because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
considered
Right,
background
right.
noise.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like listening. You hear me listening to it?
Well, some parts.
Okay, I think I got it. It's sounding a lot more crisper. And this time I made sure to double check. Well, at this point, triple check.
Okay. Is this
What's
too
your name,
dark
bud?
or is it?
Arthur, we don't know. This is dburns, one of my great friends I met at TwitchCon 2 years in a row.
What's up, dburns?
3 years now.
Has it been 3 years? Shit, yeah.
Vegas was the first one.
You're right. I forgot about that. Damn.
Yeah.
Years are flying by, my dude.
I'm just a ex-pro Heroes of the Storm player. Play for Liquid and Virtus Pro, and now I play some new games where I compete, and that's about it. Never been like a big content or streamer, so you probably wouldn't know about me unless you play the games that I play.
I was just trying to figure out get your name so I know what to call you.
Oh, BKB or BK.
BKB? Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's like the easy way, just BKB. What is your actual name? Like, I don't know how to pronounce the rest of your
Uh,
name.
it's not. What happened is basically I wanted to change the username on Battle.net on Blizzard website, and when I played HOTS, because I got a free account, but it was not my name. And then I
Oh,
changed it basically, then I told you the story, and I tried to change the name, and it gave me random letters, and I didn't want to pay
yeah,
additional. It's
okay.
$10. It's $10.
Which is
And
ridiculous.
yeah, and I was like, okay, let me stick for it now, and I'll just play with this name, and then I got good at it. People recognized me, and I just stick with it.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
And also, it was such a weird name, right? That like it was easy to recognize, if it makes sense.
It is like
Yeah.
it's like real noticeable, right? When you see it, it's like, oh, dude, I know exactly who this
It's
guy
this guy.
is.
Yeah,
You're
it's
not
basically this.
mistaking your name with nobody's. All right, looks like we're good to go. I'm just gonna hit record. But
But yeah, I just go by my real name is Arthur. I go by BKB, and I guess I gave you a little intro about myself, so
BK.
Sounds good.
I don't think I'm a complete stranger.
Not at all.
All right, all right, all right. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fireside Gamers Stories. We got your hosts, BKB, and of course, Commando FDW, with our special guest today, Mr. dburns himself. One of my
What's
great
going
friends.
on, everybody?
Awesome person. Give us a little rundown about who you are, what you bring. Tell us a little bit.
Yeah, so a little bit about me. I've been streaming for a couple years now. I was one of the people that started during the pandemic. I got my start on YouTube about 10 years ago, but those videos are long lost. We're not pulling those up.
Oh,
I tell everybody all the time I abuse the term variety. I do a little bit of everything. I play all sorts of different games. I do interviews. I used to do vinyl unboxings. The the possibilities are endless.
dude, that is crazy. I didn't even know you did vinyl unboxings. I guess that was before my time of watching you.
I haven't done them as much lately, but like now that vinyl, like there's a lot of streamers that are starting to get into vinyl. I'm just like, it's time to bring it back. Hold up.
True. Do you
Um,
like? Is that like one of your hobbies, like collecting vinyls?
Yeah, so I have a collection of over 650 records right now.
wow. So
Goodness
that's the
gracious.
collection, bro.
That is a
It's a pretty decent
crazy
one.
collection. I thought my
Uh,
Funkos were something. No, never mind.
now you got years to go, my brother.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, there's
but
I've got pictures of them somewhere. Like I know, like I think on my personal Instagram, I have like a good picture of like the setup right now. It's
Heck yeah.
how
Do you,
many years? How many years of it took you?
um, let's see. I started, I want to say late 2016, so about 9 years now.
okay.
Okay, 9 years. All right,
Shoot.
so 9 years, and okay, so yeah. I
You trying
mean,
to do the math?
yeah, I'm trying to do the math.
I was
It's
like, you're
still
trying to figure it
yeah,
out.
70 a year exactly.
It's like 73 a year.
That
Is what it
so that's
evens out
like
to.
yeah, and that's divided to 12 months. That's what like almost
Like
10 a
six
year,
a month.
It's like
six
six
a
a
month.
month. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, right, 6, 7 a month. Yeah,
That's
Six,
that's
seven. I
nuts.
don't know.
six. Hey, 6, 7. Yeah, we're kids, bro.
I
God.
had
We're
to do it. I'm
kids.
sorry.
I
Yeah,
swear I'm in a
Right there.
simulation.
I had to set up the meme. I had to set it up.
I swear I'm in a
All right,
simulation, man.
but let's backtrack to COVID, okay? Who were you before COVID? Like, how, first of all, who
Oh,
were
Oh
you?
yeah.
In a sense, like, what did you do, and what clicked with you? Like, what clicked? I understand that COVID happened, and people stay
mhm.
home, but why? What pushed you?
Well, COVID wasn't actually the instigating factor, but even before the pandemic, I was honestly a completely different person. I spent 5 years in the Marine Corps, and a lot of
I
my
saw
experience
that.
did 3 tours of duty overseas. I did 2 to Iraq, 1 to Kuwait.
Wow.
Um, my experiences both during the military and after the military kind of led me down the road of like researching a lot of the mental health pandemic, not pandemic, the mental health crisis that we have in the military and veteran space. I was actually living in DC. I got my degree in psychology, and I was working on Capitol Hill doing a lot of advocacy for veteran affairs. And then
What?
when the pandemic hit, I just kind of had to find new ventures.
Wow, that is a crazy change.
I
But was it?
technically like I haven't stopped that. It's just that like during the pandemic, I picked up streaming on the side, and I mean
Got you.
before that I was even a podcaster. I was on a podcast that I co-hosted a podcast that focused on veteran affairs and like telling their stories as well.
That's cool.
Okay. But when it comes to game, so you played before. You obviously knew about live stream, but did you just did someone tell you, hey, you should stream, try it out, you know, you might be good at it, or this was completely solo decision and you just
We wasn't
literally
gonna give it a
something
shot.
new? Yeah.
Honestly, so I touched on it briefly, but I actually got started. Me and my old roommate, we started out making YouTube videos like well over a decade ago, and
Okay.
it didn't really go anywhere. We didn't really have like a good setup for everything. And I mean, I'm a lifelong gamer. I've been playing video games since I was literally like 5 years old, and I'm in my late 30s now. So like
Heck yeah.
I've got some time stored up.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was during the pandemic that when the stimulus checks came out, I kind of had this like chunk of money and no time to do, and I was just like, you know what? It's time to build my first setup, and that's when I finally was like, I'm gonna pull the trigger and I'm gonna start doing this.
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
That's smart.
just like that, man.
Freaking utilized. Like, yeah, Uncle Sam gave you a little bundle. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna start a new venture. How about that?
And the timing, right? What is literally the best time and place where you can't be really outside? Like this man right here just capitalized, bro, on the
Oh yeah.
opportunity. He
I
took
think
it
that's one of the good things. Like,
and
and I keep
devoured it.
forgetting. Like, I guess I never realized that there's so many people that like started during that time. Like I just always assume like there's a bunch of streamers, but like every time I start talking to them, I'm like, oh look, you've been streaming for a long time. They're like, no, I just started like right before, or right after COVID. Like only been doing it for the last 5 years. I'm like, really? Like that's so crazy because I've always
It was
had like
definitely
an
a major
account.
impetus for a lot of streamers. I know like when I first got started, I was meeting a lot of streamers that were getting into this, that were just starting out as well. And I mean, they were all coming from jobs and whatnot of where they were just like, you know what, I'm unhappy with the way things are in my personal life at work and everything. I kind of want to like bank on myself. I
Yep.
remember meeting one girl that was a former nurse, and her experiences working in the medical field during that first year of COVID was just it made her completely turned her off to it.
It was
And
too
she's just
much,
like, "Screw
yeah.
this, I'm gonna go streaming."
I agree, yeah, and that's a rough gig. So I totally understand that one. Like, I guess I've never had like I've always been like a cook, construction. I've done like retail. I've done like all like the basic jobs, and I've never liked them either. But like I never really thought of like I don't even know how I started. Honestly, I just was like, oh, I like playing video games. I like showing myself on camera. Like, let me see if I can make something of it.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
and that was a lot of it too. So like, I've always been a person to like steadily like have multiple jobs at any given time, just because of the fact that like, I mean, I grew up poor, and like, I've always been a big
You're here.
proprietor for like, no, you have to like, I don't want to have to rely on anybody else. I want to be self-made. So I've always had like multiple jobs and everything going. I've actually been an Uber driver for
Respect
off
that.
and on about 10 years now. And like, that
Really?
was one of the big things as well. Yeah, oh, I've got stories. I've got stories for days.
That's
Um,
crazy. Oh my
so
gosh.
that's actually what I was doing before we got here. I was actually out driving.
You're just driving
But
around. I've never actually
yeah,
I didn't think I knew an Uber driver.
it's actually like it's a lot of people. It's genuinely like something that like people there is a niche for it. And like I know
Okay.
like there's the stereotype of a lot of people that like come to the country and it's their first job, and like they actually have a lot of like resources to like help people learn English, help people get their degrees, stuff like that. I mean, obviously I didn't need any of that, but like
But that's
going back to my
cool.
point there though is that when the pandemic hit, it was just a complete shutdown. So like that was a giant source of my income that disappeared. So
Mm.
when streaming came around, it was just like, I know I'm not going to make a lot of money out of this, but at the very least, it's going to take up my time and money. Like, it's going to at least be something.
Yeah, yeah, because it's gonna. What I always tell people, like, obviously, you don't have no one. I mean, there's people that obviously I want to be famous and I want to be rich, but also there's like the in between and the lower one is like, dude, I just like getting a little paycheck every month. Like, it doesn't have to be huge, but just having some kind of money coming in from the fact that I was just hanging out with my friends, chatting it up. Like that's
Exactly.
huge.
I mean, it's true, but when you do get that taste of the money, right, and it's something you love to do, wouldn't like 90% of people actually would like to do it full time and actually make money only off streaming if they could, right?
Yeah, only on
I don't
that.
know, like,
Absolutely.
yeah, right. I'm just assuming it's not like, hey, Burns, like you go streaming and you're like, okay, I'm done streaming for today. I'm gonna go do Uber now because that's what I enjoy. I doubt you do that. I doubt
I
you
mean,
say that.
that actually that was my routine a couple years ago, honestly. And like the good thing about it as well is that like because I have this like ability to make my own money on the side, just be self-employed. I no longer call it unemployed, I call it self-employed
Yeah,
because I
self-employed.
still have the ability to make money without having
Yeah.
a structured job. And it's also made me comfortable
The
with
best.
leaving any job that I'm not happy in.
Heck yeah. Heck
Yeah.
If
yeah.
I'm not
That's
happy
an
in a job, I
important
am
thing
not
to
afraid to quit and
learn.
go hit the road again.
That is an important thing to learn. Like, oh my god, I think that's the
Yep.
huge thing that financial freedom that you do not have to like bow down to a corporation. You can be like, no, I don't like this here. Bye.
Yeah, well, like you said yourself, like you've been through a lot of jobs, and like I've got a long list of different jobs that I've done. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been a volunteer firefighter, I've been a DJ, I've been a carny at one point.
That's crazy.
I've worked in customer service, I've sold cell phones, um, I've done it all. I really have. I've worked on Capitol Hill.
That's
Like,
that one when you said that I was like, oh, that's a hidden gem that you don't really be saying like that. You work at Capitol Hill, okay, big time over
well,
here.
so like I tend to keep because of the fact that it's a very political side of things, I have to keep like things professional. So over time I had to learn to like separate the two lives because let's be real, like my streaming side, I'm far from professional.
Yeah, yeah.
How far are we talking about?
How
when you
far
say
are we talking?
wait. When just to clarify, when you say professional, you mean to be in a position where you can do streaming full time? That's what
Well,
you mean?
no,
Oh no,
by
like how he
professional I'm just
carries
saying
himself.
like on the outside. So like me working in mental health specifically, it's actually a huge thing for you to be able to maintain your anonymity for the sake of your patients. And
Yeah.
so because of that, like they are very big on like making sure you keep your stuff locked down. Like when I worked most recently worked at a clinic, a residential clinic for patients, and they were very quick to be like, make sure all your social media is hidden. And like that's really what made me realize I needed to split my two accounts. Just because of the fact that
Yeah.
like I need to be able to stay, and then I need to be able to establish like no, come. So like I I describe it in the same way that Neil Patrick Harris described his role in Harold and Kumar, where it's like he is playing Neil Patrick Harris, but it is not the real Neil Patrick Harris. It is a character.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
So as long as I'm able
I
to
like
use
that.
that disclaimer of like, you know what, this is a character I play, then
Yes.
it makes that easy to keep my professional side completely separate, where I am doing things like advocating on Capitol Hill, working in a mental hospital, working on these professional sides as well.
Yeah. Of like business. That's true. See, and I've never I guess that's a good thing that you got to learn that having such like high like intense jobs like that because yeah, I guess I've never even thought of the fact that like people just yeah, it's a persona that we do. It's a persona like I'm a nice person. I am who I am, but like every certain things are
Yeah.
exaggerated. you know?
Well, yeah. Well, it's a adaptation too, right?
An
Yeah.
adaptation. I like that.
Yeah. I think that's what it is.
I like that word.
We
That's
have
actually
yeah
perfect.
we have enough brain to understand. Hey, we are at this industry. We need to act this way, dress this way, or it's just not gonna cut out. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. Like
Um.
if I'm on stream, there's a good chance I'm in a t-shirt and gym shorts, but like if I'm on business, like I'm usually in a suit or like some kind of
Suited
dress clothing. Like
up, clean,
I
groomed,
have to
fresh.
maintain the
Like
professionalism as well.
Yeah, it just backtracks to all the old stereotypes as well, right? Where you see this guy, he's a doctor, right? He's, you know, in his doctor things, right? And then there's the next picture of him where he's actually riding a bike and he's all tattooed here, you know, and you
Oh
know,
yeah,
so
when he
yeah,
like his outside life.
No,
yeah.
absolutely,
But
absolutely, and
yeah.
you're right though, because we are actually getting to that point in society where like we aren't afraid to show a little bit of our personality in our real life as well. I mean, like
Because you
Commando,
should be able
you
to.
you live by your mohawk. Like we always call you like the most identical mohawk on Twitch, and like,
Yeah.
but like
I mean,
you have no problem bringing that into your personal life as well and making that part of your identity.
Yeah, like because it's funny actually. I was streaming the other night and Chase, one of the other people that I met from TwitchCon, he asked me because like I've had my mohawk up now for like 2 weeks, and even like my friends are like, "Dude, how annoying is that having it up this whole time?" I'm like, normally I have it up for a weekend, and then I'm in a bun and a hat and a fitted.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's people that know me from different jobs that are like, wait, when they see that I have a mohawk, they're like, wait a minute, like what's all this? Like, why are you dressed all like nice with a mohawk? Then I was like, oh yeah, that's right. You don't know. Like when my girlfriend first saw my mohawk, she fucking bursted out laughing. She had no idea. She was like, "No way, you've been hiding that for like 3 weeks." And I was like, "Oh yeah, like I don't wear it normally." So
well,
yeah, no, you're right, and I do
they're
sometimes wear it
staple.
out. Like if we're going out to a party or something like that, and I'm like, hey, you want to have a really good time? Like let's go downtown to the bars. I'll put up my mohawk, and then we'll just talk to everybody there, get drinks and stuff like that. Like, but I
Well,
tried to
it's a
keep it
conversation
separate for
starter.
so long. But now after this year, I was able to be more myself in my real life, and I think that's a crucial thing that I didn't realize I wanted so bad.
Yeah, I will say that like over time I've definitely noticed like more of a shift. Like I mean, I know I joke about like me not being very professional when I'm on the air and stuff like that, but like at the end of the day, like I also acknowledge that like I'm becoming more professional in its own like I'm not as crass and like making dirty jokes for the sake of making a dirty joke
Yeah.
or like and being like offensive. Like there's no need for that. I can still like learn how to be authentically me and have that positive side of me without having to rely on like cheap humor.
Yeah.
Do, yeah, do you think it translated from your like, you know, the other professional work? Did it click with you and be like, okay, maybe I should portray, or just not portray, or just maybe I should work on myself and be a little bit more this way, which you know might be better for whoever, or this was like, it just something you notice yourself, or this comes from like experience doing more professional work outside of.
Honestly, it comes more from the professional side as well. So, like when I was in college, I did a lot of work with a lot of veteran organizations, and one of the things they always taught us about moving, like being able to, like establish yourself in such a busy world, is creating that personal brand and like being able to say, just like you know what, these are the things that make me me. And it's sometimes as simple as like Commando's mohawk, or like we had one girl, she was known for like the style of glasses that she always wore, and it
Yep.
became part of her brand. So it's like, it's about,
Yeah.
because and I say this as well all the time, like anybody can say they're a variety streamer, but like,
Yes.
what's going to be that thing that brings people back over and over and over again? You have to find the thing that makes you you.
Yep.
You have to find that brand.
Yeah, that little niche, that
Yeah, no,
that
I agree.
that
That's definitely a huge thing because, like, yeah, you're totally right. Everyone and their mother is a variety streamer, but like, only the variety streamers that are like known or that are getting like play and stuff is because they have persona behind their like gameplay. Like, they're not just playing games randomly. They're entertaining you with who they are as a person.
Exactly. Like if I'm playing Call of Duty, you can go and watch any Call of Duty stream, but it's a matter of like, what is it that I am doing in the game that makes you want to come back and watch it more? That's when I do
well,
stupid stuff where like I kidnap people and I spam them with old Greg quotes. Like I mean, it's just stuff like that.
That was a
I
crazy
I
thing to come
I
back to.
I do believe that um at least from my experience, and I've watched a lot of streamers, obviously there's a different kind of content. I think at the end of the day, you will get most viewers because of that specific content you are known, or like you have a staple on. Like you say,
Mhm.
someone
Agreed.
might be like, yeah, the quiet, most quiet guy or a girl, no mic, no cam, right? But he's like a challenger in league, top 10, and people just gonna watch his gameplay without him talking. There's gonna be like
Yeah.
10,000 people watching him just play. And then there's someone who's not even playing, right? His whole stream is just like his face cam, and he's just talking with people, and he has also like 20,000 viewers. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, yeah, it just
Mhm.
really depends what is your niche. But if you don't have
Exactly.
one, if you're not charismatic and entertaining, then no one's gonna really want to look at your face and hear your voice, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sorry, not
They're gonna tune
sorry,
out.
No, I
But
agree.
then again, if you're streaming a game with a camera and you're still talking, but your gameplay is ass, you might also not get viewers.
But you
So
might.
it's
You
just
never know.
Unless you admit, like, it's okay to be a completely like amateur gamer.
I
Like,
was
there's
just gonna
nothing
say,
wrong
like,
with
yeah,
that.
I'm
As long as like
ass.
when
as
you're
long
doing
as
it,
you
you're keeping it
realize.
entertaining.
Yeah, but then you have to understand that, hey, at the moment, until I get better, the way I'm gonna bring viewers in, or keep them, is being by, like you said, entertaining instead,
Yeah,
right?
because I was gonna say,
Instead
you know
of
what's
just
funny?
focusing on.
That is a niche, by the way. Being bad at games.
Oh,
Like, there's
absolutely.
people that
Yeah,
literally are like, "Yo, I'm terrible gamer, but come watch me because I'm funny while I do it," and that
yeah,
like
but
draws
yeah,
people in.
that's true. That's
And
true.
sometimes it turns into them like making fun of your bad decisions. Like, and that's still content. It's still content.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
I guess you
glory.
can make something out of anything. As long as it's successful in some ways. If you
Agreed.
if you make a
Agreed.
silly play, and you can make that silly play be funny by you commentating on it, then
Yep.
kudos to you. If you can make
Commentating
people
is
laugh, because
huge.
usually
Being
people are
able to
gonna say,
talk.
yeah, because people
I
would
mean,
say, uninstall the game, delete the game, never play it again. But yeah.
think about how many people make clips of their bloopers, and that being their best moments.
They
That
really
is
are.
true.
They really are. I can't lie. I'm one of those people that will watch a fuck up straight up. Like,
Same.
like I enjoy it.
Oh,
Like, I would rather watch you fumble than be the best person ever. I'm like, dude, there's 1,000 people trying to be the best. I don't need to see that. Seeing someone being vulnerable is crazy work.
Absolutely.
oh yeah.
No, that is crazy. So that's crazy because now that I realize that you've done so much in like the professional world on the professional side, and now you're just like essentially just freelance working on every level
Pretty
of the
much, yeah.
time. like,
I just do what I want now.
what do you think? Like, is this the path that you're gonna continue on? Like, you're definitely like you wouldn't go back to the corporate world and like.
Honestly, it's kind of like it's kind of a double-edged sword in the fact that like I do still have like professional aspirations. I still have dreams of going like I'm still working towards going back to school and getting my doctorate and like
Oh.
actually making big changes in the
Wow.
way that we treat mental health in the military and veteran spaces. Like that's still on my list of goals.
Heck yeah.
But at the same time, I also recognize that like streaming, music, everything like that, that's my creative outlet. I need to have something else as that, like on the side.
Uh, okay, all right. No, that totally makes sense. Because
It,
I was,
it helps me.
because
It
like
helps me to stay three-dimensional and not
Balance.
just be like one thing. Yeah,
balance.
balanced.
Um, but again, when it comes back what we discussed before, if you do have the chance to, drop everything, and booms, you start getting 10K viewers, you're
You can
making
pay the
like, I don't
house
know,
bill.
yeah, you can get a house and a nice car, sports car, you're getting like 3K a day type thing, like would you still consider doing other things, or you would actually be like, all right, I'll just
Ooh,
go
I see
all
what you're
in complete.
saying. If you hit it
Yeah,
big
because
on streaming, would you then go back, or would you just be like, nah?
So
yeah.
here's the thing: every big streamer has their 15 minutes, and then there's going to come that time where you step back, whether it
Okay.
be immediate or whether it be years down the road. If I recognize that I've got something going for me and like I'm having fun doing it,
Yes.
Absolutely. I'm gonna step away from everything else and enjoy my time doing this because I'm having fun doing it.
Yes.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that I can't revisit everything else after that I'm done with that.
Shoot.
I mean, if you're done with that, yeah. A lot of
Yeah, that's
people
good.
do.
I didn't ever thought about
Yeah.
it. Like that's a good question because I'll be honest, BK. Like, yeah, if I could take it, if I could just
No,
make
go.
money off of streaming, oh man, I'm quitting everything I'm doing.
But that would be, I think, again, that would be just normal thing to do. I think for majority streamers, a lot of streamers do start streaming because they enjoy streaming, they want to build a
Yeah.
community, this and that. But again, if they're given a question, hey, do you want to make 3K, a day just by
Right, a
having
day?
fun
Oh
playing games?
man.
When you put it like that, I think most
Absolutely.
people just, yeah,
For that
would be
money, I would
financial.
burn all my certificates.
I wouldn't burn any certificates. That's not happening. Sorry.
I was like, you know what? I'm never going back to construction ever. I don't need to know how to drive a forklift.
People are
No.
different, and we have our different preferences or whatever you want to say. But yeah, well, it's just especially in this day and economy, if you are given a chance to make that money, I don't know, it's for me it's a
I was gonna
no-brainer.
say, VK, are you saying that you
Absolutely.
would take the money?
No, I said I absolutely would, bro.
I would
That's what.
absolutely would.
No, that is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay,
So I can
just
consider
wanted to be
another
sure.
perspective as well.
I'm just thinking about Burns, like if you do, sorry to interrupt, but if you do, if he had like, because we have to again consider everyone, right? If he had this dream and I planned to, finish the school and become this, then eventually, again, it depends what is more valuable to you, maybe money is not really that important to the person,
True,
and maybe it's,
because
Brother,
that's
I work
yeah,
in mental
that's
health.
true.
We
Because
get
like
treated
it's
like
like
shit
yeah,
and we
what's
don't
the
get paid
value?
for it.
Yeah, what's the value of it to you?
Yeah. And so like going back into that as well is that like I mean you said it yourself, it's not about like I've always said from the very beginning before I even got started, it will never be about the money. It's about building the community and having the creativity. So to put
Yep.
things into another perspective, I do a lot of work. I have a lot of friends in like just small DIY bands, and
Oh, that's
like
cool.
are making waves in the music scene as well. And it's just because of the fact that it's like most of your bands these days that are trying to like make their name, all those guys have a day job because
Yep.
being a musician doesn't pay these days. But
No.
if the day comes where like you take off, you have a hit single that like sends you to the stratosphere, and
Yeah.
then you next thing you know you're touring, you're becoming a full musician. You're not gonna stop your day job like entirely. You're still gonna have the ability to go back to that. But if you have
Okay.
this ability to chase your dream, you chase your dream.
yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Quick
Yeah.
note,
When
quick
you say
note.
it like that.
Yeah, but a quick note, shout out to Ireland. They actually just started doing. They are paying, if you're a musician and doing like, they actually paying 1,500 a month.
Wait,
You
what?
have to obviously, yeah, it's considered a work and the government pays them. Imagine?
What the
Imagine.
heck?
Imagine?
Our government could
Yeah.
never.
Yo, yeah, that's impossible out here. I'm
amount
sorry.
amount of people is different, so it's understandable, to accommodate all the musicians in USA comparing to Ireland, right? Not
Which
saying that this is
okay,
not a,
Mhm.
it's but it's a
but
part
even
of,
if they paid a
yeah,
small fraction of people, that would be
it's
amazing.
still next step forward. Obviously there are,
That's good.
probably
Hopefully,
applications, documentation to go through, but hey, if you can devote your life to something you only, again, because we have to be realistic. There's the population at this moment, even though they're saying is decreasing, it is insane comparing to 40 years ago. So
well,
every
yeah.
second person again is a
Mhm.
musician, a rapper, a streamer, a trapper, whatever you wanna
You're
say.
not wrong.
It's like
In the
it's
same vein of how I was talking about like everybody's a variety streamer, then we got to this point where like it was I'd say it was about like 5 6 years ago where people started turning off of rap because of the fact that it was like anybody with a Scarlett 2i2 and a microphone and a set of beats can just
Oh my
record something,
god,
and the next
that
thing you know I'm a
SoundCloud age
SoundCloud artist.
yes.
killed me.
Yeah.
killed me.
This
I
is
can never
yeah.
I can never go
It's
back.
yeah, and everybody and their mother had had something on SoundCloud, and it was just
Yep.
like it's considered oversaturation. Or like when I was getting into podcasting, everyone was getting a podcast. It
Oh
was
really?
like,
Yeah.
are you guys, do you have a topic, or are you just gonna be four guys sitting around a table bullshitting? Like, you have to know what your
You
audience
do,
is, and how
yes.
you stand out in order to make a difference, because otherwise the market is way too oversaturated.
I agree.
And yeah, everything you said is a fact. And if you look at the billboards and just like the stats and graphs of recent years of hip hop, that thing has been dying. I mean, there are some, and majority listeners are honestly mostly the new gen, you know,
It's the
and
new
then
people. Yeah, it's the new
there's just
people.
yeah, but
Everyone's
it not
liking
used
funky
to
new
be.
stuff. Like the trends are changing, so it's definitely getting harder to be like, especially like in that creative space is a hard because like I don't probably know nearly as much musicians as you do, Burns, but I know a couple out here because I do photography work for them, and even my roommate right now, he's a drummer for like multiple bands, and yeah, he has a day job. Like he's just like, if I got enough money to quit my day job, that would be really awesome. But like, I'm just doing it just because I love to do it, and I'm like, that's fantastic.
Exactly.
But it's hard.
Yeah,
He's like it's hard to catch a show because literally where I'm at, everyone has an indie band or like an alternative band or some kind of freaking punk
Mhm.
rock band. Like
yeah,
everyone and their mother has one. So
yeah.
he's like yeah,
That's kind of what the DIY scene looks like right now. It's just because
yeah.
like you do have like so many bands, and it's a matter of like, it's not really one of those things. It's a matter of like who you know in the scene that you can actually like push out to, who you can network with. Because honestly, what we see the most of is when you find the people that are willing to work with other people and network with one another. Those are the ones that tend to be more successful. I
Yep.
always say collaboration over competition, because of the fact that like you need to
That
be
goes
able to
for
recognize
everything.
it. Like it, you yeah, no, absolutely goes for everything. So
That's
like,
smart.
anybody that knows me has probably heard me say this before. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Everyone knows that, but it's
Yeah.
not who you know, it's who knows you. And then from there, it's not who knows you, it's who's willing to admit that they know you. Because let's be real, there's
Yeah,
plenty of
I
people who
heard
know
that
we do not want to admit we
recently.
know.
I heard that recently. That one hits hard, dude. It's who's willing to
But
admit that they know
I'm
you.
pretty sure I said that at con this year.
Yeah.
there has to
That's.
be
I think it's
another
probably you that
step.
told me.
There has to be another step after that, where that person that admits that he knows you, and that person that was admitted to, that person does have to bring some kind of value.
Well, yeah.
Unless they're like like very close friends, and that would be just more like I'm taking care of you, homie. But in real world, if you're, you know, if you're just
It's
like,
Well,
about
that's
the
why it
reviews.
starts off of like
eh,
who you know
or
is
yeah,
like knowing the people in the high end of things. Like I am so grateful for all the people that I know in the gaming industry, and that's the only reason why I'm able to do anything, is because these dudes are freaking heavy hitters, and I go to dinner with them, and they just like will boast about me to like other freaking companies, and then companies will hit me up like, oh, so I heard Tactical Grandma like once, like he said, she's like, you're awesome, like let's do some work together. I'm like, hell yeah, like, and like that's what you
Absolutely.
said, is who's willing to admit, and like who's willing to be in a room full of like partnerships and deals and be like, oh, I know BK, oh, I know dburns, oh, like yeah, put them on, like.
Hmm.
That's a
yeah.
harder one to find because a lot of people will just keep it to themselves, gatekeep, and like so that makes it a little harder. But no, that's a beautiful statement. I love it.
Yeah, that's a good statement slash quote. Yeah, well said.
But so
The
you said that you've been playing video, and I can see you got a shit ton of like consoles and stuff behind you. So you definitely
Oh
game.
yeah. So,
One of my favorite
all right, so
questions I love to ask people. I love to.
let's take a moment though, because I love showing
Yeah, go
this
ahead.
off. I actually do love showing this off a little bit. So
Please,
as you can see, I've got all
please.
the different consoles on this shelf. Everything all the way down from the Super Nintendo all the way up to the Xbox One. I haven't been buying ever since I switched PC Master Race. It's been a thing.
You
but
guys see the
I
NES
have
on
all
the
consoles that I
bottom.
have. Yeah,
That's
and then across
awesome.
from the Super Nintendo, there's actually a Genesis. I started out a
Nice.
Sega kid.
oh, yeah, right here. A
Yeah.
biggest fan of Sega, man.
So here's where everything gets cool. all of the analog stuff is in this splitter right here. Takes it from analog into HDMI. Then this goes into an HDMI splitter. I've got all the consoles now going through a splitter. This splitter goes to an outward splitter that's over here in this corner.
Oh my God.
One goes to a monitor that's right here. A second goes into my capture card, and the third one runs all the way into my living room. So that way, if I want to play something and I don't want to be online or anything, and I just want to be, or if I have friends over and we're playing something, I don't have to rewire everything. I've got a direct line going straight to my TV in the living room.
That's crazy.
That's a nice little tech. Did you
I
do it
came up with it,
yourself?
and I was just like, "Oh, this is the greatest idea."
You
ever.
came up with
And honestly,
it?
No, business idea, bro. Start it up quickly. I'm serious. I'm
Yeah,
so
that's
dead.
awesome. My sister would
I'm
love
dead.
you. My sister would absolutely freaking love you, because she's been asking me how to, like, oh, like, I want to play my old consoles, and like it'd be really cool if I could. I was like, I don't know how to even, like, I don't remember how to do that stuff. I'm all new age stuff now.
see, it's weird because like I've always had like the tech side of me, like that's kind of like my mom always tells me about, like, there was this time when I was like maybe 7 years old, and like a neighbor was having trouble figuring out how to hook up their VCR to their TV, and I just kind of walked over there and I was just like, oh yeah, you did this, and this. At 7, I was doing this, but like when I was in the military, I did communications maintenance. I literally like I was soldering circuit boards together and
There you
like actually
go.
swapping out parts. Like, so like I've always had that tech side to me, and it just comes naturally. But that doesn't
That's
necessarily
nice
mean
to
I want
have.
to. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's something I want to like make my day job, because it can get a little bit
Eh,
monotonous.
Yeah.
I mean that's true, but yeah, I mean you.
Because I was gonna
sell
say
an
that's like a
idea.
certified
Sell the
IT.
idea. Make a pot, like what's it like? What's the word for it? Starts on P. When the idea is yours. Excuse my European.
Like pending.
When you start, yeah, yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I'm just struggling with the word right
Patent.
now.
Patenting. Patent. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you do that and you sell the idea, because I am serious. That's truly
Doesn't that
does
sound
truly
cool as hell?
legit.
I would use that.
So-
Like, shoot, I
so-
might
so
fly
it's
you
hard to-
out so you can
it's hard
just
to derail
rewire
you,
my whole
but-
house.
Sorry to derail you. I just kind of had to go and show that off for a minute.
No,
A little fun.
that was
It's
a
okay.
good piece of information.
So that makes me think that you're a main console player. That's your preference.
You know, I used to be, but ever since I started streaming and like I've been building up new computers, like I've definitely become PC master race, and I know.
Oh no.
But that does not mean I do not have my love for consoles. I recognize that I haven't bought a console in a while. And honestly, my Switch goes with me everywhere I go. Like,
Nice.
my new thing, even lately, my new thing is like if I'm Ubering and like I have a passenger that I have to wait on for whatever reason, I've got my Switch in the
You're
glove
pulling
box. So
out
I
the
have to be
Switch.
sitting around for 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna go and pull that out, play some Pokemon.
I respect that. I did it for a while in Subway until I guess started using phone again. But yeah,
See,
for
and
me,
yeah, I did that too for a little bit, but yeah, it didn't catch on to me. Like, I had a Switch for a long time, and you know what's funny? I lost my Switch the first time meeting you in Vegas.
Really?
Yep. I brought my Switch because I'm like, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. And then I got back and I'm like, 1, I didn't touch it at all. 2, now it's gone.
Where's my Switch?
I was like, waste of money I ever did.
When you were in Vegas, when we were in Vegas for Con that year, were you on the Strip or were you in an Airbnb?
Oh, I was in this terrible spot. It was this like broken down hotel, like maybe like 10 minutes away from Fremont. It was literally like you could walk to the convention center and you can see the difference. Like if you walked 5 blocks away from the convention center, it becomes the hood. And like I lived in the Bronx and I was like, this is kind of sketchy. I'm like, even for Bronx.
I know the feeling all too well. When I was living in DC, it was the same way. Like you walk a couple blocks in one direction, all of a sudden it's just like, ooh, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, I was like, should we start like protecting ourselves now?
Yeah. The star, you know, the light starts, you know, blinking as well, you know.
Start seeing
Then
that flicker.
the wind blows past your ear, and then you're like, oh, something's tingling, bro.
And that's the other thing. That's the other thing too, is that like, so like, obviously me being an Uber driver, I drive people every which way, and there's
Yeah.
so many people that are being like, oh, you're not afraid to go to such and such areas. Like, what am I afraid of? I got shot at in Iraq. I ain't worried about
Yeah,
nothing.
you think I care?
That's different. Yeah, you've been like, it's like when you level up in MMO, right? And then you kill this boss, right? And then you level up more and get a better gear. And then when you come back to the boss, it's like, I don't feel nothing.
You're like, I don't
you know?
even
Exactly.
care
Yeah,
about
it's
you,
the
dude.
same thing. Well, the same thing in real life. If the dude has been playing with real guns and saving people and this and that, like why would the dark block scare him, But if we have not,
Exactly.
if we have not experienced, more than like, some shady blocks, then obviously that will be our bubble of fear,
Let's be
Mr.
real.
Mr.
I am at home on the shady blocks. I'm come from a shady world.
This feels right.
The gutters. This feels like home.
Out the mud.
Yo, honestly, there's a few times where like it does feel comfortable. It does feel comfortable. Like even in Cali this year, we stayed like 20 minutes walking distance from the venue. And like literally, like once you got to our hotel, we were probably the last nice hotel. Everything after us was like, oh yeah, there's people on the street doing crazy things.
I wonder if we were in the same area. We were actually at the same hotel because we were about the same distance away.
Yes, and dude, there was people sleeping on in the middle of the street on the floor. Like no one cared, and everyone's freaking out around me, and I'm like, no, this is nice. They're not gonna bother us.
Yeah.
I was like, trust me, this is not bad. There's worse, trust me. That being said, that's right. You did take me off. I was like, I forgot the question that brought you to showing us your intense collection of consoles. You said you were a Sega kid. What was your first like real game that you could remember that you were like, oh yeah, I mess with video games?
Oh, Sonic. It was the OG Sonic.
Okay.
That was from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like the first
And
one?
like it's funny because like the Sonic fandom has taken on its own like identity now.
It's crazy.
Do not
now.
subscribe. I do not subscribe, but
Oh, you do not subscribe.
Like, but at the same time, like I also recognize that like my comfort game is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like the original, like put one onto the other, have the full 14 zone experience. That is still to this day my comfort game.
That's crazy.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a few names for the games. I'm just curious if you played them. My personal one of favorite ones, I recommend to play it once in your life, especially when my kid grows up, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna buy Sega again just for it. It's called Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah.
On Sega? I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, bro, that was the game, bro. It was so far ahead. It was so far ahead, bro.
Like the entire premise is just like it's designed to be like a B style horror movie. Like
I like that.
Like it's B movie like horror films all in the one game, and it's like you're just going around killing all the monsters and saving all the humans.
I did not know Sega
honestly,
had
it is
like
a hidden
hits
gem.
like that.
It never got the appreciation it deserved. But I played that game as like I was playing that game at like 8, 9 years old. That was one of the first games I owned on a Genesis, and like I'm actually gonna take this another step further. I don't even know if I've told this story, but like when I was a kid, me and my sisters, we would jokingly like do like not interviews, like making commercials. Yeah. And we would use the speakerphone function on the phone and be able to be like have somebody on the phone and then have the speaker in the other room, and it would just be me reading the back cover of Zombies Ate My Neighbors and just treating it like a movie.
That's
like a movie trailer.
That's fire.
You gotta find that. That's a gem.
I do not. I guarantee that there's no like video or anything of that. I remember doing that.
There's no evidence. No.
But I do have a copy of the game actually, like right over in the living room.
Oh,
Oh
that's
wow, a
hardcore.
copy?
That's
Damn,
hardcore.
yeah,
I
yeah.
Yo,
had to.
your
That's one of those
first
things you
game you
just
said, he's like,
Yeah,
oh, I
yeah,
got
it's must
that.
for me, man.
when I started
All the
collecting
Sega.
retro, that's just one of those things that I had to make sure I had.
That's what my sister does. She collects a
Yeah.
shit ton of retro. And like I just don't I didn't realize how much I didn't play games when I started like, dude, people have been even like you just been saying games. I'm like, wait, that existed? Like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean, he did say it's a hidden gem, but I mean, it was a time also Sega came out.
Where it
A
was
lot of people
good.
did have it, but a lot of people did not have it because also around that time, I think PlayStation 1 came out, something like that,
Hmm.
right? A little bit later, and that was
Did
it.
So
it? I
And
was like, I was too poor to
the other
own
thing about
anything
it
at
too
that
is that
point.
the single port that they have for it on Steam is not a good port.
Oh.
So
I
yeah,
was like, wait, it's on Steam?
but
I can do that.
but there are emulators.
yeah,
Just
that's what I did like something like
yeah.
7 years ago. I just downloaded it. I think it was
Oh, that's
I
cool.
forgot what it was called, but yeah, one of the emulators, and you can just play.
I never thought about
Yeah,
that.
back to that game. I don't know. When I was a kid, it was like the atmosphere, the music, and everything. The fact that every map is literally different, and all
Hmm.
these secret passages or things that you need. It was just like next level game. But then quickly backtrack again. Other games I wanted to mention,
Oh
I
yeah.
want like.
Oh yeah.
The worm, right? Jim the worm. Um.
Earthworm
Oh,
Jim?
Earthworm Jim.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like
That was
Earthworm
one.
Jim. I've played that one.
Yeah, yeah. That was a cool one.
I played it
Mortal
and never really got
Kombat.
far in it.
No?
I got somewhat par. Mortal Kombat. That was like the most played game for me in Sega because I
Oh,
would get like this was the
I
best
actually didn't
times
know it was on
when you
Sega.
go out with your friends, play some soccer in the backyard, and they're like, "Yo, boys, let's go! It's time to play. It's time to make a little tournament in my
no,
apartment."
100%. That was my experience at like
Yeah.
8, 9 years old, right up the road from where I live now. Was that
That's
like we had a
hilarious.
whole group of us that would play out on the playground, and then once the lights came down, once the lights went
Yeah.
on, and we all had to go inside. We would normally go over to somebody's house, and we had either a Super Nintendo or a Sega, whoever's house we're at, and it was either Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, one or the other. And like,
Heck yeah.
honestly, like some of my truest early moments in gaming, honestly, were like my affinity for fighting games. I don't really play with it as much anymore. I don't
Yeah,
really
they don't
play as
push
many
a lot of
fighters
fighting
anymore
game,
because like the
aura.
competitive scene is just so sweaty now. Like
Oh my god,
like,
yes.
Yeah. Also,
but
one
at the same time, like I I still remember like being a kid and like when arcades in malls were still like a big thing. Like I would be a kid and my parents like my mom would go take my sister shopping for like going like I don't know go like bra shopping or whatever. And I'm an 8-year-old kid. I don't
You're
want
not
to go
going
do
in
that
there.
stuff. I'd just be like, hey, can I grab some quarters and go to the arcade? And like I would literally just spend hours there with people making friends and like just playing Street Fighter
God,
in all
I
of its
miss those
different
days.
like
or
iterations.
Tekken or whatever. Yeah, for sure.
I was never a big
Yeah.
Tekken kid, but let's get to the point.
Well, but my point was that when you said mention fighting games, for me at least it was the first competitive game. Like all the
Yeah.
games on Sega were like single player. If you think about it, there
Yeah,
were some
yeah.
other games, very niche ones, but
Mhm.
Mortal Kombat, it had land, it had
And it was
two
literally about beating
joysticks,
the
a
opponent.
player.
Mhm.
It's yes, and for me, I just
Huh.
kept remembering. And then obviously PC came out, Counter Strike 1.3, 1.4, you
Yeah.
know.
Cause
But
yeah, I
besides
guess
that,
you
but
got a good
I
nothing
point.
struggled
made
more.
my yeah, nothing made my blood burn more at that age than losing to like my brother or cousin, like because I had never experienced competing in something
Like
and getting
actually
but
being in a
get it
competition with somebody.
yeah,
You know,
getting
I've never.
pooped on, or like I love to say, you know what's this is a new term. If you're getting pooped on, aka that on, you also I say you're getting diarrhea on. That's what I
You getting
say.
No, but
diarrhea on
like
is
When-
that's
crazy.
actually a really good
yeah,
point. I'd never really thought about this before, but like before FPSs became king, it was all fighting games. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you
before,
know,
like,
what
it
I
it
was thinking,
really-
I was like, what did I play that was competitive? And the only thing I think of honestly was Mario Kart. Is the only thing I did. But then you were right. Right
It-
after that,
yeah.
the next thing I can think of was Smash.
Hmm.
So I was like, shit,
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe,
so for me,
yeah,
like I
dang.
remember, like if the friends were all over and we were all playing games together, it was usually a fighting game because
It
that
was
was how you
usually
could
Mortal
easily like
Kombat.
get around to everybody.
It was
You're totally right.
accessible. Again, you need two joysticks, right? And you need a LAN server, which Mortal Kombat did provide. Because again, the
You didn't
nature of
even
it.
need that. You would just split screen it.
Well,
Yeah.
in a sense, like yeah, I mean, you didn't need to need the LAN server, but that came after. But before that, Mortal Kombat just had like a split screen, two joysticks, and that's it. And not no other games actually provided that. Besides maybe some like I think you could do the same thing with like remember FIFA, right?
Yeah.
Like 96 or
Which, yeah, I
well, which
forgot
year was
sports
it?
games was a big
You
one
could
too.
play one against one. I remember.
Yeah. I forgot about the FIFA.
Again, it's very it's very niche. But that
I
again,
have I do have a soft spot for Madden '98 still.
okay,
Jeez. Ugh.
yeah,
The
98
first
was
Madden I
a.
ever played.
I mean, those were honestly, those were the better ones. Like, the new Madden is rough.
I uh, I beg to differ. I think the advancements in specifically in Madden, like that's my go-to when it comes to sports games. I've always been a huge football fan,
Yeah.
but Madden, like actually, my best friend was actually in town about 2 weeks ago, and we did a stream together just for like an all day. Like we're just gonna stream, and one of the things that we made sure to do was we had a best of three in Madden, and it was as close as it is, but a lot of it is because of the fact that it's just like a lot of the newer things that you can do is like really taking it. It's not just pass the ball in that way and hope that it goes to the right person. Like you can fine tune all that stuff. And like
Yeah.
the way they've evolved that over the years, and I know FIFA and like 2K and all the
Yeah,
other
they all do it
games
now.
are like that, but
you
like
can control leg movements at
yeah,
this point.
like I do have the soft spot for Madden '98, but I also recognize that like I love playing every new Madden. I mean, I don't buy every new Madden. I usually just get them on Game Pass, but
Yeah,
once they hit
but
Game
you've
Pass,
actually
but like
played them still, and you enjoy it.
yeah, like absolutely. Like
Huh.
it's just one of those things that like you just I still have a love for it, and especially because of the love of the game, love of the sport.
True, because I was like, yeah, I
right,
guess you
yeah,
need that too.
yeah. I think it's a big part of it. Like at least personal experience. If you love the game and the sport, then it's so much easier to find the love for the game as well. Like for me, it's like I used to play soccer. I love soccer. I would
Oh,
play some
nice.
soccer.
I love soccer.
That's
Mm.
it. But I would not really play Madden or other
Or
sports
like a
games.
baseball game, like
It's not
MLB
your
or
niche.
something.
Yeah, it's just not my thing.
Huh.
But
Well,
but but yeah, I think it comes down to like it that doesn't come down to, but it reflects to your real life
yeah, if you
interest or
actually enjoy
preference
the
for the
sport in real
sport.
life, you'll enjoy the
Exactly.
Yeah,
game. I guess that's probably
yeah,
why I never got into sports games. But what's weird is that I like soccer, but like I
yeah.
hate FIFA. I like
I'm
Rocket
honestly,
League, but that's
I
not really
can't get into
soccer.
FIFA. I've tried.
Have you guys tried rematch?
Yeah, me and you. The only
Yeah,
time I
you
played
with
was with me and you, and
yeah.
I tried to play again, and I was like, this is kind of hard.
It is.
I'm
That's
familiar with it.
I'll send a link to you. For me, it was the same. I started playing. I really liked the casual aspect. Just go online, play a game, and it actually was entertaining. But
Hmm.
then eventually, people got so good, I just felt like I couldn't do
They
much.
got try
And
hard
that's
all of a
the
sudden.
problem of the competitive games. That's always been a problem with every competitive game, especially a new competitive game. And I don't
Hmm.
think there is a formula, or I don't think there's any answers to how to fix it. If it's a competitive game, the only thing you can do is
There's
numb
always
it
going to be
down to
someone
make
that
it
wants to
more
be the
casual.
best.
Absolutely.
Like,
But
it's hard to
I
play a
don't know.
competitive game for fun now.
I will say that like that is one of the good things that Madden also introduced is having that arcade mode where it's just like we know that you're just here as a casual fan. We're gonna go ahead and just turn up all the craziness just so that way you can have a really interesting game.
Oh, that's
It's
nice.
not, yeah,
That
like having
yeah.
that arcade, like it's more likely that you'll get those big plays because of the fact that it's just like they want you to be able to have fun with it in that mode. They call it arcade mode.
I see. I play arcade
Okay.
mode.
Yeah.
I can give you a more actually right now what's happening with the game I play, which is predecessor. It's a 3D MOBA, which is basically League of Legends but 3D, right?
Yeah.
So what happened is that they initially did not specifically target console players, but eventually, just because of the past, the game was a console game by Epic Games called Paragon, and
Yep.
this
I
is a
had I had
remake.
both
And
games.
yeah,
I
yeah,
have.
now that yeah, and now they're trying, not trying, they've been doing it for last 2 years. They're really leaning towards console players, and you can see that after patch, like things are getting numbed down, like
So
making
that
things
console can play.
easier. Yes, and it literally repels all the PC players, right? Because we want to click
Mm.
buttons, right? We have all these
Mhm.
buttons,
You can't
we
use
want to
none of them.
click them. And we cannot because the active items are not existent in that game, like in League or Dota where you can buy 6 items and then you have 6 more actives, like 6 buttons to click.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
but
Huh.
stuff like that, like a crazy aim assist that is not really adjusted, like where literally what happens is we play against a console player, they're still getting diarrhea on by us, no problem, but it's
Yes.
still annoying when you're playing against a console player and he just releases the aim button and uses the ability, and the ability just traces you,
Oh
they
yeah,
have even
because yeah, they have way more auto
yeah,
lock every time.
yes,
Yeah.
and it's insane. And they even had bugs that I didn't fix where if someone goes in fog of war, like in the
Yeah.
fog, right, where you don't have
Mhm.
vision, it still tracks them.
Oh,
Cause,
absolutely.
cause it's just bugged out. It's not, it's like
And
it's
they were like,
kind of
we're gonna
balanced
leave
again.
it.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't
like
know.
even with aim assist, just like I'm a huge I've always been a huge FPS guy as well. I when I was when I was first in the military, I was a competitive Halo 3 player. I went through a whole spree last year where I was just addicted to to all things Call of Duty just because I kind of I bit the bug again. And like, but that is one of the biggest things that we've recognized is that like that drift, like everyone has that argument about mouse and keyboard or controller, because with controllers you get the aim assist, mouse and keyboard you get the
You
preciseness,
have
and it's just a
precision.
matter of which one you prefer and
I
which
think
one it's which one the meta is personally preferring.
Yeah, like I don't get me wrong because I have a PC. I'm using a PC, but I pay majority on my console just because I know if I play on my PS5 and we're playing Rocket League and you play on mouse and keyboard, I do have a little bit better like control than you do. Is cheating? Kinda, but it's crossplay, so it's like. Because I could, yeah, I could. Like, I get that message all the time. Oh, go on PC. I bet you can't beat me then. And it's like, no, I don't want
Yeah, I'll go on
to.
I,
PC and connect my controller.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would still say, and it just if you look at it right, the bigger perspective, and you look at the esports, we have to see and admit that, uh, fortunately or unfortunately, uh, mouse and keyboard players are top of the branch. At the end of the day, all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
top,
You guys are
yeah, it
very
is.
great.
Yeah, but again, there are some pros and cons to each one of the ways to play, but it also
You guys are
comes
gonna get
down to the
arthritis.
genre of the game. Like on the for FPS games, again, yeah, I see it. You might get actually 1v1 against a console player.
Hmm.
Um, but
Oh
in
yeah,
other games
that
where
auto
you
aim
do
that
not get,
auto aim assist is rough.
yeah, I just feel like if you do not get, and if you don't get that aim assist advantage.
Hearing people do, and like I started doing it because I didn't know it was even a thing until like a couple years ago. Is like I'll play a game on PC, but I will plug in my controller. So
Yeah.
now I have the
Oh, absolutely.
speed of the
So
PC. You can't say I have lag or aim assist. I'm using the PC version of it.
mhm.
I feel like
No, actually,
my controller hands are faster.
I was still a mouse and keyboard guy full through and through last year when I was on that Call of Duty kick, but I do
Oh,
also recognize that everyone was saying the meta was to play on PC with a controller.
yep.
Like that was how you were getting the best of everything. I never really went through it just because I was like, again, I've become such a mouse and keyboard guy for the shooters
You're
because it's
good
so much
now.
easier to be like,
You like it.
all right, yeah, I like it. I like having the functionality of being able to press the exact button I want to do the exact same thing I want.
Okay.
I'm also very well known on stream for fat fingering a lot of things though, so I don't know if it's really helping me out.
Cause yeah, that's a problem too. Like I never took a computer class or anything like that. Like I know so many people that are like, oh, you didn't take a class in like fifth grade that they taught you how to use. I was like, no, I never. I went to school in the Bronx. We didn't have fucking computers. So I'm like, I don't even know where half the buttons are. It took me a whole like I don't even know how many years to know the WASD thing and like move around. I was like, that's hard as heck, and you guys do it so easy.
Yeah, see, I was the exact opposite. I was doing like I took like every computer
Same.
class that was offered when I
Really?
was growing up. Like so I remember, and I still credit this one as well as partially like a partial like origins to my nerddom is that like when I was in middle school, me and a group of friends of ours, we were the kids that were in all the computer classes, had mastered all that stuff, and then we were the ones that were sneaking games onto the school computers.
Wild work. You were the
And,
kid I liked.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know
right.
how this happened, but
So-
there's a game here now.
So we had the shop teacher would normally like let us come in during our lunch period, and the room we'd have the entire shop to ourselves, and we'd have the computers that were used for CAD, and we would play games on those and all the stuff like that. That was also like when I first started playing my first time ever playing D&D was with them, with the same group of guys in that same place during the same time.
That's
Was
awesome.
Those lunch periods, hanging out in Mr. Bryson's class and getting to play on all the computers. And like we got real technical with it. We were actually like we were making CDs, like we were burning CDs, but then putting the games on them as like digital, like you could only get to it if you put it in a computer. But if you put that same CD into like a
You
music
couldn't
player,
figure it out.
yeah,
That's
so the teachers couldn't
yo,
figure out
this
what we were
guy,
doing
you
and how we were doing it.
dude, you might need to have a freaking career in IT and like in
I've
tech.
already seen IT, but the IT's gotten way too. Trust me, I thought about it. That actually was
Cause that
was the
is
dream
nuts.
at one point. Like so, like again, like I did electronics when I was in the military as well, and like the only reason I made this shift into mental health was because of my personal experiences. At the end of the day, like had a lot of that stuff never happened, I would probably still be a huge tech head. Entirely.
That makes sense. Okay. That tracks. Because yeah, enough
Yeah.
experiences
Man.
will change the course of your life very drastically.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like what he said before, like even with the cables, right? I mean, it all comes down to what really you want to do. Because if he starts making like a business and company, it's gonna take so much time of your life, you know, to make it successful. Which easily could, at least from my perspective. I never seen this.
He's like, I
never
think that'll
heard
work.
this. I mean, I'm like,
I know.
Nah,
I
man.
saw the dollar signs come out of your eyes when he said. He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh
like,
man, that's a freaking cash cow."
Nah,
Well,
yeah.
no, but like no, that's genuinely like a really good point of it. So like, I do still do a lot of volunteer work with a lot of veteran service organizations, but there were several points in time where people were like, well, why don't you just go work for them? And like, why don't you go? Well, one, the nonprofit space does not pay, and I recognize that.
Yes.
But also more than anything, once it started to feel more of like a chore to get it done, it stopped losing its fun. And so like,
Yeah.
whereas it used to be just like, hey, we're gonna get some people together, we're gonna go like build benches at a park or paint buildings, like just doing like community service in the area, where
Yeah.
like you're just enjoying each other's like camaraderie in those moments. That's where it was like fun. But the minute you start having to get into the deep planning levels of all that stuff, having to worry about making all the phone calls, do we have this set up, do we have that set up, go through all the meetings in the process, it lost its fun.
And what happens when you lose fun, right? It goes like this because it's fun. You lose your fun, and then it
Then you
goes
start
like
hating.
this, right? Because you cannot like for you to function from day to day. I think you have to always have a motivation, right? That fire in. Because if you don't have it, the outcome of that day or whatever you do is just not gonna be as productive, or it wouldn't be as productive as it could be if you actually put your all your your soul and everything into it. But how can you do it if it's something you're not really getting fun, like Mr. Burns said. And yeah, that goes to everything, right? um that's why we all human beings want to do things we want to do, and hopefully it makes money.
Yeah, and hopefully
But
that
yeah,
it makes money. Yeah, that's the bigger thing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's easy to make
Again,
money. It's hard to make
especially.
money doing what you love.
Yeah, no, especially like I kind of use that same philosophy with like working in positive psychology in general. It's just like I always tell people all the time because like especially like I grew up really religious as well, and
Okay.
at the same time like I mean over time I kind of drifted away from the church, but a lot of it was me telling people just like you have to find that thing that wakes you up in the morning, gets you out of bed. Like that's what's going to keep you going. If you don't have that, then you have no meaning to your life, and then that's when you start questioning the meaning,
And
and
you start questioning
that's when you
everything
start
else
falling
around
down
you.
those spirals.
Yeah,
Yep, and then it spirals. Yeah, you're not
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
about that, man. Dude.
Yeah, and the best part, when we do these things that we love to do, we don't have time to think about this thing like meanings or whatever. We're just so busy actually doing it because we're living in the moment, right? And
Hmm.
that's the best part about life. When you live in the moment, that's when you're living. And the best way to live in the moment, I think, is, again, from my experience, is whenever you do something, you enjoy it. Because then
Hmm.
again, you're just
Yes.
you're not in your head thinking, oh, this and that, 'cause you're actually already doing this and that.
Correct.
So,
You're right.
so to
No.
bring it to a little bit of the same space of like my volunteer work, I actually I just gave a class to a group of high school students yesterday morning,
Oh, nice.
and our topic for the day was one of the two topics that we were covering was gratitude, and it was an opportunity for me to help people understand. It's just like we talk about gratitude as these things that are like just being able to be thankful of the things that we have and the things that we can appreciate that are available to us, just and the things that we're privileged to have. Like us coming, of course, into the Thanksgiving season, it was kind of the idea to push
Yeah.
that idea and like talk about it. But at the same time, I was like I was very quick to tell these kids, I was like, hey, look, we live in a world where everyone is always waiting for that other shoe to drop. We feel like in today's society, we don't have the ability to enjoy the things that we have. We don't have the ability to appreciate these things because of the fact that we're always waiting for whatever else is going to come up next, whatever fire we have to put out next. So
Yes.
like just being able to say it's like being able to say I am grateful to have this, like being grateful to have like a good friend. And like I remember one of the kids when we were actually talking about it, she was like, oh, I'm appreciative of my friends even though I feel like I'm bothering them most of the time, and if they get annoyed with me, I was like, no, don't think that way. Don't have to think that way. You can
Yeah.
enjoy their friendship without having there be like some kind of caveat to it. You
Yeah.
can
A
you can
con to
enjoy
it.
things and learn to enjoy it without the fear of there being that other shoe dropping.
That's
Yeah, that's a good one. I just think I kind of blame it a little bit on not specifically internet, more the social media. Because I think we can all three of us, we can say, oh, we're logical people. We comprehend that a lot of this is not real. Most of the people are promoting fake lifestyles with like being like 50K in debt, right? But our brain sees the
that's me.
pictures and we unconsciously process it, and eventually we stray away from what life was like 20 years ago, when, like you said, when having a good friend was like big win, not
Was a
having a
huge.
big
It's
house.
still. I mean,
Yeah,
for me, it's still a huge win.
no, of course, but I'm saying again, it's a generalization and majority, whatever. It's just like,
Yeah.
of course, it's still a big win, but again,
The general
it's
consensus.
not that. Yeah, the values nowadays are just not the same completely.
And
Especially
that's kind of why I enjoy doing the work that I do on the volunteer side of it as well, is because we're helping these younger generations, like help break these like stigmas and helping them like learn how to like operate in today's society when you have this entire world trying to give you this when the entire world right now is pushing this idea of like hatred and division and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Being able to take these kids and being like, hey, it doesn't have to be like that, and it actually starts with you. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's honestly why I still enjoy doing it as much as I do, is because I get to see that benefit in real time.
That's
But,
actually so perfect because, like, so we are a little bit over time, but I still want to ask, like, obviously we've been chilling around the fireside this whole time. One of the questions that I love to ask, and now I'm gonna have to ask you, like, you're gonna have to think of something different to say because
Okay.
my advice, or my question is like, what kind of advice would you give people in like doing your kind of pathway through life? Like if you
So
saw
taking it
someone
step by
doing what
step.
you were doing, like what would be the best advice you can give them?
Here's actually one I can give that I haven't used yet. As I mentioned, I used to do podcasts. I do streaming. Like I do all these different things.
Yes.
It's remembering that you have to build that skill mastery, and remembering that like Rome wasn't built in a day. One of my favorite things that I learned early on with podcasting, you don't make it to episode 300 without making it to episode 3 first. And you have to recognize that you're not going to reach 10,000 people until you reach the first 10 people that can tell the other thousands. Like you have to recognize that sometimes you have to start small, and it is one of those phases that like it sucks. The grind is terrible. I fucking hate editing, but I know I have to do it. I've always said that like as soon as if I ever get big, the first thing I'm doing is hiring an editor.
Yep,
Because
I
I'm
said
not
the
doing
same
that
thing. I
anymore.
was like, I am paying for a goddamn editor. I am done doing this.
It's really just down to remembering that like everyone starts somewhere. You don't have to feel ashamed to start small. You don't have to feel discouraged for starting small. Everyone has to go through it. And just once you can get past that and just focus on how you can better yourself in the process, then that's when you'll actually start seeing the fruits of your labor. Because it's so easy to be like, oh, I'm 5 episodes in and I'm not seeing anybody watching. Like I'm just gonna go ahead and give up. Like, that's the end. That's ADHD in a nutshell, like essentially. But having the ability to like stick with it even through the tough parts, even those days where you're like, oh, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to get started.
Why am I doing this?
The discipline of being able to keep doing it. And I know this is the pot calling the kettle black as somebody that's barely streamed recently because I've been busy with other stuff.
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
We don't need to go there. We don't need to go
we
there.
We were gonna say anything about it.
I'm not like throwing. If anybody's gonna throw me under the bus, it's gonna be myself. Okay.
Amen.
Yeah. It's just remembering that you have to start small. Like everyone goes through it, and that's what builds to bigger.
Honestly,
Talk about
yeah.
Kai, the same big ones, Kai or Show Speed. Like we don't. It's just again delusion. This Disney world where we see them, blow up, and that's all we see. But these guys have been doing this for years, for 10 years since they were kids. Like little kids, and we just do not see that. And this comes back to what I said about social media as well. We only see what we see, but we don't know the backstory behind it. If they might have a debt, bro, for 100K. They might have done some shadiest stuff in their life that they will never forget about.
They
like
can't tell
you never
people.
know.
All I'm saying is you're not coming to me for financial advice.
In fact,
valid.
But like, hey, love him or hate him, love him or hate him. A great example of this as well is Logan Paul. Look at what he has built out of his brand and everything that he's done as somebody that just started out recording videos from his phone.
Yeah, and
like,
I actually was telling someone that recently. I was like, yeah,
videos.
like someone brought up his name, and because like I'm not a fan of these kind of people. Like I don't like the persona that they put out into the world. It makes people crazy. but like,
No, I agree.
I
Like,
can't respect
again,
his. I can
love him or hate
respect
him.
his
I'm not
hustle.
necessarily a fan of the guy, but like I recognize
Yeah,
the
I
brand that
respect,
he
How,
has
like,
built.
yo, he was the
the
YouTube
work he has
kid.
put.
We were in the same boat at one point, and he figured
Mhm.
out something, and he ran with it. Like, I can't be mad at
Or
that. That's good hustle.
Oh
another great
yeah,
example is Pat McAfee. Everything that he had done to like get his show off the ground, recognizing that he wanted to start as just like him and his friends, not with the influence of anybody else, and now he's got a multi-million-dollar deal with ESPN.
Yep.
yeah,
Like, and
Crazy.
it's all started just by just him and his friends sitting around talking shop.
Yes, yes,
yeah.
exactly. And that's all it takes. And that's all it takes. Putting yourself out there. You know, like in the beginning, like you said, the first 2 or 3 years might not be the best. Might not be the best, but like if you're continuing and that's something you want to do, like by episode 30, by episode 300, people will start to notice.
Yeah.
The
It might
first
take
step to
one.
At least
building
you
a
can hope.
house is making sure you have a strong foundation.
Yeah, that's important. Strong foundation, so really good people around you. I feel like that's a huge, huge play or huge factor for sure.
If you don't have that from the start, everything that you build on top of it's just going to crumble right down.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, that's coming from New York, I understand that. There's a lot of
Working in
people
construction,
that
I'm sure you know that
become
too.
friends with, and then as you get older and you start doing stuff, you're realizing like, I probably shouldn't have been bringing this guy around all this time. He's about to
We
destroy
all go through
everything
that.
I love.
And again, who is willing to admit that they know you?
Hey, that's
Full
a good
circle.
one. It's a good one.
That was a beautiful circle. Beautiful circle, yeah. Dude, but yeah, no, guys, I appreciate you guys so much for coming and chatting with me. BK, you know I love you. That's my boy right
Love
there.
you back,
Like
brother.
we have been just really talking to some really cool people, and dburns, you are on that list of fucking cool people. Like
I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for having me. I really
no,
appreciate
you
it.
have been a delight, a pleasure. Like, thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for sharing
man.
your story
Thank
with
you for
us.
coming. But before you go, we do have a spotlight for you. We have 1 minute to provide your just let us know what you got going on. Obviously, feel free to give some shout outs and yeah,
Where we can
just
find you.
we
Yeah.
let you close it up.
Absolutely. So again, I'm dburns TTV on all socials, X, Instagram, Twitch specifically. YouTube will be building up at some point. Again, like we got to start
It's
with the
coming.
foundation and then we'll build out.
Yeah.
If you like variety gaming, if you like talking about any of the stuff that we've talked about here today, we talk about a lot of this stuff on the regular, as well as like many other things. We haven't even talked. There's so much we haven't even covered.
Oh,
Let's be honest.
We've only
Yeah.
we're
There's
gonna
so
have to
much
bring
we
you
haven't
back
even
for a
covered.
part 2.
Yeah,
Follow the
just run part
Instagram,
2.
especially. A lot of a lot of
bottom.
people know me for my tiny
Right.
mics, and those are going to be going up on Instagram very, very soon. I keep saying that. I can't say it every year, but I'm actually committing to it this year.
We're doing it this
because
year.
The ones we did at Con this year were just too good, and so like we have those coming out. I am going to be looking at doing some charity streams in the near future to be helping out some of the veteran service organizations. I've
Dude.
got some big plans coming up in store. Yeah, shoot me a
Heck yeah.
follow. There's so much to come.
Yeah, guys. Like I said, definitely be on the lookout. He like ever since I've known him, he's just been always doing. He's always been up. He's always been cooking. He's always been cooking. He's always been cooking in the kitchen, and like I can't wait to see the stuff that you come out with. Like, dude,
Thanks, bud.
appreciate you so much. Shout out again, BKB, my dude. dburns, appreciate you so much. My cat is freaking out. That's what you just heard. So, with that, we are going to end it. But till next time, guys, catch us on the Fireside Gamer Chat. Shout out to Long Island Gaming League, Zenny Gaming, and of course, Global Gaming League. You guys have all been fantastic supporters of us, and we can't wait to do more stuff. Like, it's almost the end of the year, so we got a lot of stuff coming out, and we're going to have a huge a huge plethora of things for the year to come. So
Sir, you already know. Peace.
exactly. So yes,